Hey, this is Jack Cookson from Bulldog Mailing, and this is your ultimate Black Friday email and SMS guide to help you generate as much revenue as possible during this really important period of the year. So, e-commerce brands build up to Q4 and Black Friday, throughout the whole period of the year. And this guide is going to help you break down every single thing you'll need to do to be able to make as much revenue as possible. We're going to start by introducing, why Black Friday matters and why you need to utilize SMS. So, Black Friday is the biggest opportunity of the year for ecom brands. I'm sure I don't need to tell you all this. Um, Many brands will make more during this 2 week, 3 week period than they will during the whole of Q3, whole of Q2. As an example, there are some brands that just run and optimize their ecom efforts during Black Friday. But the caveat to that is everybody starts advertising, so CPMs go through the roof, margins get crushed by ads, your competition spikes, and conversion costs just generally rise in general. So this is where your email and SMS channels need to become a profit center. You're leveraging that you have your own data inside of your email list, and obviously your own channels equals the highest ROI possible at the lowest cost. You don't have to advertise to them in terms of sending ads. It's just your email service provider costs, or your Klaviyo, your Mailchimps, Omnisend, so whatever that cost is per month to send as many emails and messages as possible. It's the most reliable way to scale your revenue during Black Friday. So during Black Friday, ads can be 2 to 4 times more expensive, whereas your own channels don't fluctuate in that same way. You're probably actually going to see a better return from your emails in terms of revenue per recipient versus Q1, Q2, Q3. Email and SMS allows you to reach your warmest audience instantly, repeatably, and in terms of cost per send, it's basically free. And then your biggest wins will also come from your existing list, not new traffic. So the starting point and probably the most important part of your Black Friday sale will be your deliverability. So this will make or break your Black Friday success. So the reason being, you've waited all year for this sale. You've tried to make the best offer possible. But if nobody actually sees this email, it's a waste of time. So if you've waited until Black Friday to warm up your list, it's already too late. So in an ideal world, this is how I would prepare deliverability. I would start warming your list 2 to 4 weeks before Black Friday. I would use a 7-day and a 14-day engaged segment to rebuild your sending reputation. Then I would slowly expand your sending volume once your open rates stabilize above 40 to 45%. Anything below that means your deliverability still needs improvement. So I'd still send to the 7-day engaged list to get above 40 to 45% open rates. So to do this, we want to keep the inbox placement clean. We do not want to send to cold audiences that haven't opened emails for a long time. There's no re-engagement to be done in November whatsoever. So most brands actually fail during Black Friday because their offer it's not because their offer is bad, it's because they fail because half their email list hasn't actually seen this offer that they've sent. It's landed in a spam folder where people won't even look. So to give you an example of an email segment that you could create here for this 7-day engage segment or 14-day would be this. So you can create these in Klaviyo. Go ahead and do this. Send out a warming campaign this week as soon as possible. So person has opened an email or clicked an email or has been active on the site or has placed an order or has added to cart or has checkout started in the last 14 days and they can receive email. Next, we need to look at your offer. So an offer isn't just saying 20% off, 15% off. It's the whole premise of everything that comes with your Black Friday sale. and your offer will burn out quickly and your audience will fatigue if they just see 20% off for 2 weeks only. So it needs to evolve. You can change the offers as long as you remove past buyers from your campaigns. And this is how we can stack some offers as an example. So early access, we can have an extra discount for people that are already part of a VIP list or part of our email subscription. We can give them an extra discount or a free gift with their purchase. But we need to show urgency here. We can talk about how your items will sell out once the sale gets released to the general public. When we actually launch Black Friday to the general public, this is kind of where you're going to be sending your ad traffic to. Your email list is also going to be getting this. So this is kind of your main site-wide offer that needs to be all over your website, your homepage banner, your announcement bar, your product pages, collection pages. We can do weekend bonuses, Saturday or the Sunday after Black Friday, whether it's a free shipping edition. We're talking bundles that you've created natively inside of your Shopify with an app, or creating a new SKU, or offering gifts. Cyber Monday finale. So we're switching up the offer here. If you're running a previous flat discount, you can change to a spend and save promo or a free gift with purchase strategy. And here's an example of kind of the offers that make sense to run to not complicate too much during the Black Friday period. Flat discount, you've got your 15% off, 20% off, etc. Money off, $10 off, $5 off. Spend and save. So this is where somebody needs to spend a certain amount of amount with you to get a discount. So if you spend $100, you can get $10 off. Spend $150, get $20 off, etc. You want to be giving a discount above a certain threshold, and then once they hit that, they may get a free gift. This is extremely effective when you include your free gift 10 to 20% above your AOV. So you're pushing people to order, if they only order one, typically, if your amount of products per order is like 1 to 1.2, you want to try and push them to the second item in their order. This will improve your AOV dramatically. You can use a low cost good that has a high perceived value here. So, really effective for your margins. You're not giving up a massive amount of discount, but your perceived value of that product is much higher. Here's an example of some offer stacking that we've done with a client for this Black Friday. So their strategy was to start their early access on the 17th of November, and they were starting at 80% off site-wide. That ran for 2 days. We were only sending to their email list during this period. Wasn't primarily active on the website. They had to use a code. Their early Black Friday sale starts November 20th to November 25th. So buy one grounding sheet, get another free. We were also supporting that offer with 10 refunded orders on that day only. Again, only active via the email list. People landing from ads would not see that. Black Friday mega sale goes live the 26th of November to the 30th, and that's 80% off grounding sheets plus free grounding mat, with the supporting offer on the 27th and the November 29th for the refunded 10 orders. Cyber Monday sale, so 1 day only, 80% off grounding sheets plus free gift package, which is a grounding mat, grounding tester, and some socks. And then the final chance sale after Cyber Monday ends, so we're prolonging that sale period, December the 2nd to December the 4th, 60% off site-wide with the supporting offer of 10 refunded orders on December the 4th. So, we've got so much traffic going to the website during this period from ads, from social media. We want to collect as much data as possible because this is the highest intent month of the year. So to do that, we need to set up new Black Friday pop-ups. So your pop-up must collect email and SMS because we want to utilize that as much as possible this month. And we also want to collect one key data point. So a little bit of a data collection from our customers beyond their email. So we want to find out why they're looking at using the product. So what's their goal? what's their interest in it and the reason for visiting. So if we take a look at a grounding brand for a grounding product, for example, they'll probably be wanting to relieve a kind of pain point they're suffering with. So bad sleep, inflammation, suffering with kind of any ailments or illnesses. So if we find out the reason behind that, we can tailor the messaging towards that customer in the future. So then it also lets a segment during and after Black Friday. This list becomes very valuable beyond Black Friday and well into 2026. Here's some examples of how Black Friday pop-up could look. So we're giving the offer, and we're saying to claim this discount, you have to opt in to this short quiz. Very interactive, very engaging with the customer. They're much more likely to do this micro commitment with you before giving you their email address. And here's another. Black Friday is live. Tell us what you're interested in. And finally, just get access to our sale. So now actually moving into the sending volume and the cadence. So most brands are actually terrified to send more than 2 emails per week. The amount of times I get on a call with a client or a potential client and they're saying, what's the amount of times we should be sending emails? I'm always thinking we should send 1 or 2. And I tell clients, you need to send as much as your list allows. We try to send a minimum of 3 campaigns per week, just in regular periods for clients, and we scale this up massively during Black Friday. So Black Friday is the one period where volume definitely equals results, because your customers expect a high volume of emails in November. Think of your inbox during Black Friday. You're in your personal email. It's overwhelmed. You're getting so many offers per day. And for you to stand out during that period, you need to send as many emails as possible just to be able to capture market share. Realistic sending cadence for most brands out there over a 7-day period will be 10 to 14 emails and then 5 to 7 SMS sends. If your list is large, you'll probably go harder. And if your list is small, you'll still need the daily volume. The key thing to think of here is silence is expensive during Black Friday. And here's just an example of a cadence that we're running for a client. So pre-Black Friday, we're just preparing the list for tomorrow's sale. We're sending 2 emails on the day of the Black Friday VIP sale launch, 1 the day after, and then 2 to notify the customers that the sale is ending. Then here's the segment just for the primary list and the amount of emails we're sending. So 2 on the launch day, 2 when the offer is ending, 2 announcing when the Black Friday sale is live. Again, 2 more here. 3 on the day of Black Friday and the day after. Again, the day after that. So basically over that Black Friday period, we're sending 3 per day. So over that period of time, from the 17th of November and the 4th to the 4th of December, we're sending 26 emails. So here's a cadence you can steal. I will leave this in the description as well of this video that you can copy and paste and tailor towards your brand. Here are some small hacks that can make a big difference during Black Friday for you. So number 1, sender names. You won't have probably seen this anywhere. This is kind of a hack we've introduced this year for some of our clients. You can try a variation of sender names that are different from your regular sender names to boost open rates. It's like another version of a subject line and is prime real estate in the inbox. So original, this is kind of what we'd send during normal periods for a client, just the regular brand name. The Black Friday version, we can add the sale to the end of the name. Again, we're just notifying customers before they even see the subject line, before they see the email, that we're running a sale. They'll want to open this, they'll want to see it. We've tested this. It works. It boosts the open rate. Something that shouldn't really need saying, but just a reminder, include the offer and the discount in your subject line. Really important. And then something, again, we've tested and included in our Black Friday emails in the past, and this really works to to increase the click-through rate is a mini version of your offer and discount above the announcement bar to be viewed as soon as the email is opened. And I'll show you an example of this now. So you can see here, regular email starts here with the offer image, but above this, as soon as they open their email, they will see Black Friday, 25% off site-wide, plus automatic BOGO, plus free gifts, CTA, shop the deal. This will get the customer to click through straight away without having to scroll. There's no code needed, so they can go and shop straight away. For your early access, you really want to drive urgency for your email and SMS subscribers that drive sales from your list to generate revenue to pump into your ads. So the messaging needs to be all around, this is special for you. Get it whilst we're in stock, because we sell out quickly. Here's an example of what we wrote for one of our clients. This is a quick heads up. Early access to our Black Friday sale ends at midnight tonight, as well as your 10% off VIP code, and I just didn't want you to miss out. Right now, you can still get up to 65% off total when you subscribe, plus an extra 10% off with your code VIP Access. This stack is only for our VIP group. It won't be available once early access closes. After midnight, the extra 10% disappears and the public sale begins. This is your last chance for email and SMS subscribers to shop before the public gets in tomorrow. And honestly, things are already moving fast. Once the clock hits midnight, early access closes and we open the doors to everybody, and we do expect some products to sell out because they did last year. So really reinforcing the urgency. We don't want the customers to miss out. This really drives sales before the clock hits midnight and we switch to the public sale. Finally, send times. Instead of sending on the dot or on the hour of 9 a.m. or whenever you send in, change up your send times to like 9:03 a.m., 9:07, 8:56. Most people will send on the hour, so it's best to avoid those sending times to get lost in the noise. You're just it's very small marginal things that are going to help you generate more revenue from your list. So Black Friday flow strategy. So you need to change up your evergreen flows. So you cannot rely on your evergreen automations because they include old messaging, they include more nurturing, and we just don't have that time during Black Friday. We need to be more urgency driven with our Black Friday offer and deadlines in there. So these are the flows that we need to duplicate or we need to update. The welcome series, abandon browse, abandon checkout, post purchase. And here's a abandoned checkout email that I will leave in the description that you can steal and plug and play into your brand. I made it for Gymshark. You can copy and paste yours, change the name, change the kind of messaging to suit your offer and discount, and you can tone of voice. But really simple. This would get conversions. It's also very brand specific. So just a bit of a recap and an overview of everything we spoke about in this video. What a full BFCM execution looks like. So warn the list 2 to 4 weeks before. If you're starting now, you'll need to do 2 or 3 engagement emails to an engaged audience at least 7 days before. So send to your 7-day or 14-day engaged segment. Build a smart offer stack. So, early access goes into BF launch to your Cyber Monday finale to switch the offers up here. Update all of your flows to match your Black Friday discounts. Send heavily. Do not be afraid to send as many emails and go out of your comfort zone with email, SMS more than twice a day. Use a data collecting pop-up. So build your list smarter and collect more data during this period when you're going to have as many as possible people on your website, and then focus on your own channels. So email and SMS will be your biggest profit drivers of the year. So really hope you found this video valuable. We're a retention and email marketing agency. We can help you with your 2026 goals going into Christmas, your sales and the holiday period. If you need any help, I'm going to leave our website below in the description. Reach out to us for an audit. We'll give you a free audit of your account and look to optimize and give you a roadmap on how you can do that for the future. and to see if we're a fit to work together. But yeah, thank you very much and happy scaling.